DM Kurokiba against Hara.
Hara Gaming's Dab. Daddy Dab, the Dab father, Dab Aquaman. He has so many he has so many little quips, but we love him. Such a good player. Dab has been part of our scene since pretty much the beginning, right? And he's been one of the best players we've had, and he is dominating currently this region. So I want to know how Kurokiba is gonna try to tame him.
Yeah, we will see. Now, Dab, he has moved back and forth quite a bit between Las Vegas and NorCal.
True.
I think it's been a few times within the past few years. So
yeah,
he's represented
he's
both
definitely
teams.
been back and forth, yeah.
But currently representing, I believe, Sacramento with his Dab Aquaman, as he calls it. Now, I put together a lot of stats for who wins what. And I said, what character do you use? And he said, oh, put Dab Aquaman. And so I put Dab Aquaman. He's the only Dab Aquaman winner.
What about Kurokiba? What can you tell me about him?
Well, Kurokiba, he is an Atrocitus player, which is what we're seeing. I don't know if he plays any other characters. He knocked set play into losers this week to make top 8. I know he's from the Drunken Masters clan, I believe, which is DM. I'm not sure if it's a clan, I guess, team. And I don't really know too much else about him. I guess he was a Swamp Thing. He wanted to play Swamp Thing, but instead playing another big body. Understandable. I think a lot of Swamp Thing players ended up choosing play. Yeah,
I think you're right. Except for Tyrant. He plays Grodd.
Right, which is another big body.
Yeah,
so
true.
Big bodies stick with big
Trade one body for another. Big body, rather.
All right, now Dab took a pretty early lead here, but this is a really nice, advantageous situation for Kurokiba until he gets stabbed in the gut.
Until he gets woke up on. Yeah, that wake up is just too good.
Now, let me talk about that wake up. Oh, no.
That was so fortunate yet unfortunate at the same time.
Oh, a lot of really weird interactions suddenly in a row.
All this pressure, and he ended it. Oh.
Kurokiba dropping 2 huge combos.
Yeah, that was the kill, and that was the life part. Now, letting Dab is not a player you want to let sit on any bit of life advantage. This is all free damage that he could have already taken out. It is actually unnecessary for him to be taking the damage in the manner he is right now.
Yeah, all of that was free because of those 2 dropped combos. That is rough, but he can make it back. He does have Dexstar. He's going to use it to get in. Ooh, Water Shield against Dexstar. Oh. That is not a tool we often see.
I actually really like that.
I like it too. Water Shield is, wow, he just tapped him. He tapped him right through the shield.
That was incredible. And Dab, trying to roll out, closes out the first game. Kurokiba really had a chance, but the few drops he got, and then he let the round honestly just run away from him.
He did. A lot of that was due to execution error. I really hope he can tighten it up for the rest of the games, because I think it would have been a much closer match.
Yeah, I agree.
But like I was trying to explain, let me talk about that wake-up Trident Rush.
Sure.
Now, every move that's a wake-up in this game has a certain amount of invincibility. Now, the true gauge of a wake-up is if they're invincible all the way until the attack starts. So essentially, you have to block it. You can't stuff it before it comes out. Now, technically, you can stuff Trident Rush, but the invincibility window is so long that the only way to stuff it is to do a very delayed meaty, a very delayed attack on your opponent's wake up. And if you're doing that, then they can wake up with whatever else they want. So it's essentially a very, very good wake up attack. Plus, it's safe on block when you meter burn. And all that shit, too.
Yeah.
And just through that explanation, we already see 75% of Kurokiba's life gone, maybe a little bit more. Weird conversion.
Interesting combo conversion, but that's going to do it. Dab looking so dominant. Oh, no.
Oh, and he went, that was pretty much optimal right there.
The most damage he was going to be able to get without a bar, yeah.
Yeah, maybe converting into like back 2 or something, but as far as grounded, that was great.
Nice blocks.
Oh, no.
He went back instead of up.
Well, no, the thing there is it didn't matter because he couldn't meter burn the tentacle strike anyway. So that's a trick right there, where you can actually air escape out of the meter burn tentacle strike and punish them for trying. But there was no meter from Dab anyway, so it didn't matter.
Oh, I love the use of Water Shield there. And Dab is going to close this out for the most part unscathed.
Oh, and the Water Shield again.
Oh, I may eat my words, and I really hope I do, Chef.
meter burn roll out of the...
That was tricky. Wow. I was hoping I would say that, right? Commentator's curse. Right. I was like, oh, he made it out unscathed. He's totally gonna lose this round, and then he comes back. Wasn't the case.
You can only curse so much.
Yeah.
A 110% life comeback against Aquaman is not something that really happens.
I tried, man. I really did. I tried to do the reverse commentator's curse. It doesn't work. The commentator's curse only works when you're actually genuine.
You know, and one interesting thing that I noticed, it's just a really weird game interaction, is so he did the blood vomit on Aquaman, who was in the water shield, and it actually still applied the damage over time.
Interesting.
Yeah, I did not know it did that. He didn't take the damage from the actual hit, or maybe he did, but...
No, I think he does. I think he would take damage.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, he didn't technically get hit by it, is what I said.
Could use some water. I'll incinerate your corpse. Surrender and I'll break through your bones. Begin.
Huh. I feel like incinerating the corpse of Aquaman is either like a...
ironic or
a really good, like, cooked fish joke.
That is a really red Atrocitus.
Yeah, and a really green Aquaman.
Yeah.
It's Christmas in June. All right, there's all that chip. So tough to deal with. Only minus, I believe, 5 on block.
Okay, goes for the push block. Oh, and that's gonna suck. Yeah, punish. Not the worst.
Nice. Got past that interactable so well. Play approaching. He completely whiffed the first like half of that meter burn trident rush, and yet still caught up.
Yeah, and I've noticed Dab this game has actually been trying to play, and this is how I've seen a lot of people trying to find Atrocitus, while Kurokiba takes a life bar very nice. A lot of people try to play with punish against Atrocitus, I've noticed. He's a character that does have normals that tend to advance, and if you can whiff punish him, because they're not the fastest, right?
Right.
So that's kind of a playstyle I've noticed being adopted against this character mostly.
Yeah, and we have seen Dab check those normals with his down 1 before. And of course that down 1 being like a far range, 6-frame down 1 that you can convert in a ton of damage.
With punishing with Trident Rush.
Yeah, just do it. Use it for everything. Anti-air with it, combo with it, footsies with it, wake up with it. It's a one tool fits all. Ooh, interesting. How many spits?
Oh my, that was so much damage! Look at the chip! If he would have got one more, that would have been insane. But wait a second, Dab now with the chance for a comeback and an immediate clash.
Enough with the rage.
The rage!
And I think I spoke over that, I apologize.
Oh, no, it's, we're seeing enough of this set. But Atrocitus is infected with the rage, if you remember where that's from. No? Mortal Kombat vs. DC.
Oh, see, I stayed very clear of that.
Oh well. All right, and Kurokiba finally with a lead, a really close lead here.
Yeah, Dab not gonna have much of a chance, and there it is, Kurokiba. Could we see a reverse 3-0 from Kurokiba?
2 reverse 3-0s in a row?
Himself.
You think we could see 2 in a row?
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to it.
Wow, that sounds like you're rooting against Dab. I think it's the first time we've ever rooted against Dab.
I'm rooting for good play, and so far this has pretty much been that. A little shaky at the start for Kurokiba, but he played much better that round.
That's fair. Yeah, I mean, well, he definitely did win, but we could see maybe a switch from Dab. I don't know who else he really plays. We saw him try some Superman at Combo Breaker. I think he regretted that choice a little bit.
I know he also messes around with Black Adam, so I mean, Dab generally, I should say, does like to float towards the top tiers.
Right.
I know he also plays Red Hood a little bit.
Right. Of course, unfortunately, Red Hood banned for a little bit of time. I just can't wait until we see the competitive players really.
Red Hood should be really interesting. Character's got a pretty unique playstyle, I would say.
Yeah, but we're gonna have to wait for Evo for that. And here we go. Dab already starting very strong, trying to close out this set.
10 damage, my goodness, and now still getting opened up in the corner. Oh, late check though. Had he actually started that string, he would have stuffed the armor there. Started the string earlier, excuse me.
Right. Oh, he whiff punishes the Trident Rush by just summoning Dexstar. That is essentially this matchup in a nutshell. Yeah, whiff Trident Rush versus summoning Dexstar.
Wow, but Dab coming out very strong as he heads into the final life bar that holds him away from semis in the winner's side of this top 8. Nice check with the down 1. Again, you can see Kurokiba desperately trying to get in with 4-2-2.
And at this point, I think he needs to just walk forward and use faster normals. He can use forward 1-2, he can use back 2-3, but just using forward 2-2-3 over and over from that range is not working against Dab.
I think that he's been checked so many times that he's actually also afraid to just dash or try to use another means of getting in.
Yeah, I can see it. And ooh, no conversion from Dab, but he's gonna
the classic. Down 2 into Trident Rush.
The forbidden tech. That is the forbidden tech. Down 2 into Trident Rush. Only matched by Superman down 2 into Scoop.
Or down 1. Down 2 or down 2 Scoop is just ridiculous.
Really anybody down
and that is a raw punish.
Wow. Now every single one of these blocked tentacle strikes could be a Blood NATO punish from Kurokiba, but we're not seeing. Wow!
Oh, and that is going to wait. No drop combo, and that's it. Dab will be moving forward as he takes out mighty Kurokiba 3-1.
So that means that poor old Krusty. That actually sounded like a really mean name, but Krusty has to fight 2 Aquaman players in a row after saying that they just hate that character.
Not bad, though. To be honest, he did really well against Aquaman, obviously coming back from a reverse 3-0, but can he do well against Dabbington's Aquaman?
I don't know. Dab has been just a cornerstone of the community for so many years as far as being a competitive player, and he's going to have to try his best. That's all I can say.
Should be a very, very good match.